Hi, I'm Jen Tripp, Executive Director of the Arlington Chamber of Commerce. One of the benefits of membership is networking events. Watertown Savings Bank recently hosted an after-hours networking event at their Arlington branch. The evening featured CEO Ron Dean speaking about why Watertown Savings Bank has been so successful after 144 years in business, and the exciting news from Christine Bongiorno about the Arlington Food Pantry's new space. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Good evening, everybody, and thanks for coming tonight for after-hours event at Watertown Savings Bank. We get a great turnout. Thank you to Watertown Savings Bank for hosting us this evening, and Menotomy Grill for providing some awesome food. It's delicious. Anyway, I'd like to introduce Mr. Dean from Watertown Savings Bank. Would you say a few words?
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm going to stand next to the 3 employees from Cambridge. Watertown Savings Bank is very proud to be part of the Arlington community. We welcome you here tonight. Vicki asked me if I'd come tonight and just say a few words about the bank. Tell you a little about Watertown Savings Bank. We've been in Arlington, I believe, 8 years now, Vicki? This is our 8th year. Watertown is a $1.2 billion savings institution. We're headquartered in Watertown. We were founded in 1870. We have 9 branches, 5 in Watertown. We have 1 in Belmont, 1 in Arlington here, 1 in Waltham, and 1 in Lexington. We have 170 employees. Our management team is made up of 42 employees, which Vicki is one. The average tenure with the bank of the 42 employees is 23 years.
Wow.
So we like to keep our people around. I have probably, no offense, the best employees in the world work for Watertown Savings Bank. I'm very fortunate to have those people that work. Watertown Savings Bank is a mutual savings bank. We have no shareholders, we have no owners, so we can operate much differently. We can look at things long-term, not the short-term, where you're concentrating on short-term profits. When you're thinking short-term and concentrating on profits, what do you forget about? You forget about your customer. And what we have done for 25 years, our focus has been customer service. We take care of our customers, we take care of the communities that we're involved in, and probably best of all, we take care of our employees. That's why the tenure is 23 years. We do things much differently than most banks. I'll give you some examples. We like to keep our facilities very attractive. When a customer comes to our bank, we want to make sure they want to come back. We're one of the few banks, I would say, that has a parking lot attendant that opens the doors. We have that at all facilities. When a customer comes in, the parking lot attendant opens the doors, welcomes them into the bank. We try to service them efficiently when they get into the bank. When they leave the bank, the parking lot attendant opens the doors, and if it's raining, walks them out to their car with an umbrella. That's old-fashioned banking. We still do that. We've been doing it for 25 years. Let's talk to Ed Whittemore. Where's Ed? Ed here? Still? Ed left. I'll talk a little about our lending area and how we do things differently. And Ed and I, Ed is a closing attorney. We were talking about that earlier. We are the #1 residential mortgage lender in our CRA community. That includes Cambridge, Waltham, Belmont, Arlington, and Lexington. We do that without originators, so we do not have any originators on the road. We get our business from word of mouth from our customers and good customer service. And we do that, and we're the #1 lender in all of those communities combined from the residential lender. And some of the things that we do that most banks don't. We don't sell our loans in the secondary market. We're not restricted by secondary market guidelines, and if you're in the mortgage business, you know what that means. Our underwriting guidelines are based on common sense. A couple examples that we do that probably most banks don't. If you apply for a mortgage with us, you don't pay a rate lock fee. And if rates go up, we stick with the lower rate during the process. If rates go down, we automatically give you the lower rate. I don't think there's any bank in the world that does that. If you have an existing mortgage with us and rates go down, You come into us, we do what is called a change in terms. We don't put you through a complete refinance. You sign one sheet of paper, we change and lower your rates for a reasonable fee that covers our costs. You don't pay attorney fees, you don't have any closing fees, you don't have an appraisal fees. Those are a few of the reasons why we feel we're the #1 lender in the communities that we operate. We have recently been voted the best regional community bank in all of this area, and that includes, it's chosen by, I believe, Carol, the readers of all the newspapers in the area. Where is Carol?
Choice.
Reader's Choice Awards.
Somerville, Arlington, Watertown, Watertown, Belmont.
We have won that 5 years in a row. We barely beat out Cambridge Savings. But it's nice to have good competition, and Cambridge Savings Bank is great competition, and they're a mutual just like Watertown Savings Bank, and there are very few of them left in the United States. So we're happy to compete against Cambridge. They're good people, and we like to compete against them. But let me say, we're proud to be a member of the Arlington community, and we thank you for coming tonight, and good luck to you.
Thank you. Next we have Christine Buongiorno to come talk about the Arlington Food Pantry. And thanks to everybody who brought stuff for the bin.
Thank you all. Thank you, Watertown Savings Bank. Thank you, Chamber of Commerce, for all of your support. As Jen mentioned, my name is Christine Buongiorno, and I'm the Director of Health and Human Services here in Arlington. Some of the departments that I oversee are the Board of Health, Veteran Services, Council on Aging, the Arlington Youth Counseling Center, and many programs and projects, the Food Pantry being one of them. The Arlington Food Pantry is entirely funded through community donations, so not one penny is put in through the town budget, which is something that I'm very excited to be able to share with all of you. It's because of businesses like yours, residents, religious organizations in town, that we're able to provide food to Arlington's neediest residents in the community. So some of you were at the holiday event last year at the Whittemore Robbins House. At that time, I spoke and I said to all of you, we are at the Arlington Food Pantry in need of a new site. Our site, our food pantry, is actually located in the basement of a church, down a flight of stairs, not accessible for people that have a hard time walking, that are in wheelchairs. A lot of people have to walk down the stairs and carry up heavy bags. At that time, I said to you all, reach out to your groups in town. We are looking for a space to rent. Many of you came back with great suggestions, and tonight I'm just ecstatic to announce that we have a new site. It is the former Broadway Diner location at 117 Broadway that was for sale. The Housing Corporation of Arlington purchased the site. The Housing Corporation intends to, in 3 years, demolish the site and build a mixed use. So they will have a floor of commercial space, and above they will do residential. So for the next 3 years, the food pantry will occupy a satellite. We'll run a satellite location out of that space. And then once the building is built, we will occupy the commercial space. And that will be our permanent location. So for the next 3 years, we will have 2 sites. And then once the space is available, the new space is available, we will have our permanent home. So I want to just say thank you to all of you that took time to reach out to various property owners in town, ask for space, but I'm so thrilled to be able to announce that we are officially going to have a new space that is accessible, that we will be able to have freezers and refrigeration to be able to provide the fresh fruits and vegetables and the healthy options to residents in need. So every month in Arlington, we serve about 500 residents in need. That represents over 200 families. Many people don't see the need and don't see the families that are struggling day to day. We have families with young children, we have veterans, we have seniors that we truly know are in desperate need. Because I oversee so many of the departments that serve people in need, we are contacted by multiple people on every day of the week. Just today we had a veteran that recently lost his job come into the office. He can't pay his rent, he had no food, he was actually taking food from his roommate. He needed a job and he needed assistance. So we were able to connect him with the resources he needed, and he left our office today with 3 bags of food, and that really, again, is really a result of the partnerships that we've been able to develop in the community through the food pantry. So I will say that our food pantry, we're hoping to open most likely at the end of November. We're hoping to do a mid-November ribbon cutting, which you are all invited to. You will all receive a notice through the chamber,
Excellent.
hopefully, through Jen. We also will have some days of service if anyone wants to volunteer as a group. November 8th will most likely be our first day of service. We will have sign-ups. I do have a sheet. Actually, Tony is the first one. Tony, if you want to raise your hand. Tony Carson. He signed up. I've started a list of people who want updates, the events, also just volunteer updates and food needs. Thank you all for bringing items today. So the Massachusetts food stamp program will provide direct funding to residents in need for food only. So a lot of times what happens is people will need diapers and soap and shampoo and toilet paper, and they can't use their food stamp benefits for those items. But those are necessary items. So it's really wonderful that we're able to also provide those to residents in need at the food pantry. So thank you all, and we will make sure that we put up a note so everybody knows, everyone that comes through the pantry understands it's from the Chamber of Commerce that the generous donations were received. So thank you. I think that's all I have. I just want to say thank you. Having grown up in Watertown, my first savings account was at the Watertown.
Hey, all right.
And Jen as well. Jen joined up in Watertown.
All right,
so thank you.
Local girls.
We're
So
glad
thank
to have
you.
you. It's great.
Thank you all.